Like, this is crazy working with Insomniac.
You probably think you're the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's still in the back of my head. I'm like, I need more.
Right.
I need to. What's the next step? What's the next thing that's gonna get me to here? What's gonna, And even there, it's like, okay, now I still got my music and my production to still kind of on the back burner right now, because I'm traveling so much, and right now I'm on 9 festivals for the year.
Live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are live. What is up, fam? Episode 46. We're back at it. Got the flag. This is the first episode. We're rocking the flag. For those of you guys who have supported us for a while, you know this is OG right here. So in celebration of that, I got another OG guest. Someone I've known for a very long time. He's passing through town. We were lucky to catch him. He's on his way to Burning Man, amongst other festivals. Darren McCartney. What is up, bro? How you doing?
Dude, fuck yeah.
And I forgot to mention audio engineer. Pretty much anything to do with music, production, DJing, festivals. You're the man. I mean, when I think of someone, if I have any questions about any festival, you'd be the first guy I'd go to. Hey man, give me your honest opinion.
Dude, I try, dude. I really when I first got into this stuff. You've seen, we were talking about. Festivals, we got into it early. We got into it before it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Before EDC was really even a big, huge thing. I mean, you would kind of hear about it. This was whenever it was in California.
Yeah, it was in LA.
But it was more local things, hey, let's go to the desert. And
yeah, old school, local DJs like Curtis Dirt.
Yeah.
Sin 7.
Curtis Dirt, dude. I have not heard that in forever.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I was, it's just crazy. We were in the scene really, really young, and just to see how it's grown and developed, it's definitely taken a huge, huge turn as far as, being mainstream. No, I'm just kidding. But it's grown in a good way, though. You know what I mean? It's the fact, they put so much effort into the quality of the music, the production, the artists. It's
oh yeah,
the best experience ever.
I was showing him a video. My first EDC was 2011, and I have a video of or a picture of the main stage, and it's literally just a square. And now it's 2 chicks holding a flower that turns into
some
an owl.
Freaking AI robot that goes out there.
Now they have holograms. Now
Tupac's out there.
Tomorrowland just came out, and they have holograms of sea life, whales, and going through the crowd and stuff.
That's insane.
So production has definitely made this.
And then now with drone technology too.
Yeah, no, they do. So at EDC they do drones that go up and it spells out EDC, and it changes all fast, and it goes to an owl that flies.
Imagine tripping out seeing that freaking. You're on the moon. Just kidding. But yeah, dude. So I don't know. You said you wanted to save it for the podcast, but I have a question. So you said you remember the first time that we met, and I have no idea. I can't remember. I know I've known you for a long time, but.
Yeah, no, middle school. It was 7th grade. It was one of the first days we had what is it called? ADV. It was the homeroom.
Oh yeah. So it's
where
you go just to do your homework and stuff.
Yeah. We're a little older. We're getting in our 30s, but so we had a homeroom, and we had it together. I don't know what teacher it was, but I was sitting down, and I was a weird kid, still weird.
Yeah.
I had anarchy written on my notebook. And that's how you came up to me. I was just sitting there chilling. And you're like, dude, anarchy. Dope, bro. And I was dope, man. Yeah, what's up? And in middle school, it's super intimidating.
I probably didn't even know what that meant. I was
yeah, right? Middle school. I don't even know if I knew what it meant. I just thought it looked cool. And I was anarchy.
Saw it on a Blink-182.
Yeah, I was dude, punk. And no, you came up to me, and it's as kids, it's almost intimidating to make new friends, especially middle school.
Oh yeah, dude.
You don't know anybody, but I feel you're just what? How do it's kind of where you start your image, especially in such a small town like Belen.
You don't even know who you're gonna be or what you are.
Yeah, you're just running it. You're just
I don't know. Maybe I'm meant to be an anarchist. I'm gonna say what's up to this guy.
explore my options.
Yeah, like in middle school, we were like half
no.
cholo, half skater, half freaking job.
Everything.
Like,
Yeah,
you're just trying to find yourself, bro.
Trying to find myself.
Dang, man, middle school, that is crazy.
Yeah, middle school, that's when we met.
I think we have some of our like most fond memories, like maybe right out of high school, like at the beginning of our college career. Like whenever, like I just remember like throwing parties and like booking you like as a DJ, bro.
Yeah. No.
Like I remember like being like, yo, Darren, I'm having this big party. It's right across from Frontier. I got speakers. What did I say? I got turntable. I'm like,
you out of a lot of people, I've DJ'd a lot, like locally, like little parties and stuff, and like you were the one that like set me up like the most
locally. Yeah,
like it felt like now that I'm in production, like it felt like the most like production. Like
hell yeah,
you call me, you set it up, set me a time, told me the speakers are there.
Right.
I was set up. I literally come in, set up my turntables,
laptop, turntable,
literally 15 minutes. I was already in. Like I was like throwing in. This was back in the day where I actually threw CDs in.
Right. Like mixes.
Instead of USBs, I would throw CDs in, and
that's crazy.
I would mix. And,
I remember. Yeah, man. That's all you need is music.
I actually left my Serato DJ software with you.
Did you really?
Yeah. I might still have it, dude, somewhere.
Is it in a laptop? Or was it like saved in a laptop or something?
Dude, I have no idea.
Hey,
it's not like I needed it, but
shout out to Budke if you guys got that still. Some quality stuff on there.
Dude, no, that was fun.
Don't look at the pictures.
No, it was a great party, and it was it was one of the last times like we hung out. I think we hung out one more time, like at a party, another party. It was like when you guys. It was like Car. It was like a few of our like a group.
Right.
And it was crazy to sing you guys because like I was kind of like after high school I kind of like started like going a different direction and just everything. And
you took off, man. You definitely took off, and it was cool to see you like kind of birth and like see you like figure out exactly what you wanted to do and who you wanted to be. Like we were kind of like at the beginning stages of like the takeoff, you know?
Yeah.
And like I knew that you were meant to like travel and get involved in music at like a higher level, and that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Like you went to like a audio or production school, right?
Yeah, I went to Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida.
That's sick, man. That is so sick.
Yeah, it took me a while. I went to college a little like later and stuff, but like it was just one of those things that like I wanted to learn life. Right. And just what I wanted to do, like cool, with everything, and I went back to ground zero. Is like I was like, one day I was just like, what do I love? Like what really people like? What do like I recognize myself with instead of other people? Mm-hmm. And I was just like, dude, I love DJing, and like that was my like love, and like everyone like. And like you just said, like, if I wanted to know a festival guy, like, you know, even like before I started doing festivals, people would be like, dude, Darren's always doing this shit. So I was just
that's where I would always run into you. Like,
yeah, that's when we started running into each other at like events and stuff.
If anything, it was always at a rave. It was always randomly like, yo, D, what's up? We were both on a level all.
Yeah. Good times.
Probably all messed up, who knows? Just kidding. But we were definitely always having a good time, man. And you had really good DJing skills. You were really good at mixing, I remember. And you were telling me, you're like, I'm good at mixing. You're like, but I want to like start production. Like you were always telling me,
I want to. That's why I went to school. That's why I went to school for audio production. I really wanted to like on tap my potential, you know, because I was like, okay, I'm a good DJ, but what's next?
Right.
You know, because I'm always just pushing myself. Like I tell everybody, I tell my girlfriend, like I'm always pushing myself. I can't stop. Like, no matter what. Like I've done some business and other things in life that people tell me like there's always a carrot at the end of the stick.
For sure.
Like I don't care how rich you get. I don't care what like level you get. There's going to be a carrot at the end of the stick. Yeah. And just always keep that going because they don't ever get stagnant. That's when things start getting really hazy.
Yeah, man. You're evolving. Yeah. It's like a never-ending thing. Yeah. It's like you're a Pokemon right now. You're like at Charmander level, but you're trying to be Charizard. Just kidding.
No, seriously.
Grown up. Holograph Charizard is the goal.
Seriously, I'm like, even like now I'm living the dream. Like if I talk to my like 13, 16-year-old self, I'd be like, no way. Like this is crazy working with Insomniac.
You probably think you're the coolest guy ever.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it's still in the back of my head. I'm like, I need more. Right. I need to, what's the next step? What's the next thing that's going to get me to here? What's going to, you know, and even there, it's like, okay, now I still got my music and my production to still like kind of like on the back burner like right now because I'm traveling so much and Right now I'm on 9 festivals for the year.
Right. Damn, 9 festivals. That's like literally 2 a month at this point.
And this is the
So if you guys can't see, this is Darren's totem, basically. It's like his spirit, like uka uka thing that gives him like powers. And it's basically a band at every single festival that he's either went to or worked for, right? Or
work.
done production.
These are all work.
That's
the ones
all
I've
work.
attended, I have at another place, but
So Darren is literally setting everything up. When you guys show up, Darren's the one who did all that for you guys.
yeah, and
then you gotta kick it like backstage.
Backstage, artist lounge.
Is that the best part? Like after the setup,
dude, it's crazy because there's a lot of memes and like funny jokes that like people like they want to go backstage, and it's funny because backstage isn't that great.
Yeah. There's just like guys chilling
on stage. That's different.
There's like artists chilling, smoking a cigarette, just waiting to go up. Like, oh, chill.
Yeah.
It's not like there's like all kinds of
no
shit,
artists. What artists do is artists are chilling, dude. Artists are chilling at a compound. They're chilling at a catering. They're chilling at there's like a party thing going on.
Right.
And they're always just chilling. And so like when they go on set, they literally just drive up. Like I was at EDC Vegas and I almost hit Deadmau5, dude, with my car. Wild story.
Shout out Deadmau5.
Shout out Deadmau5, Joel.
Sorry about that.
I love you, Joel.
You know we love you.
No, I told him sorry, but I
What's his name? Brian.
Joel. It's Joel.
Joel
Zimmerman.
Joel Zimmerman.
Yeah, and
I was way off. Did I just say Brian?
Yeah. God. So I'm rolling around in this truck, and they rent us out trucks for like with Insomniac.
Yeah.
I'm rolling around, and I'm kind of like it's dusty, and I'm like trying to find a place to park behind the stage. And I'm like rolling in, and like he walks out. He like almost like runs out.
Like a little mouse.
Yeah. Like in his trailer, and I'm like, oh shit. And like my friend is like, yo, dude. He's like, watch out. And I look, and like he's like very close to me, and I'm like, dude, that's Deadmau5. And like my homie's like, dude, you almost hit Deadmau5. And I was like, dude, I'm kind of stoked. Like I fucking dig this.
Kind of wish I did hit him. Just
yeah, like I might go to jail tonight, but like I'm a legend, so it's gonna be solidified.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so artists are always like kind of just like they never really chill backstage.
Right.
They're
well,
not
like
chilling
you just
backstage.
think, man, they do it every night. You have to like pace yourself. Like
yeah,
if you're going crazy every night doing all that.
Even in our industry, like what I do, it's a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people come in and go out right away.
Right,
and
because it's like they just go crazy right away.
Yeah, the one thing is like mentally staying there. Like I travel a lot, and I have a home life. I have a daughter. I have a girlfriend. I have all that stuff. But like balancing going to 9 festivals like by half the year is very like mentally exhausting. Like you're out there for like these festivals are 4 days, 3 days, but for us it's a month.
Right.
It's a month and a half. It's 3 weeks, and it's like staying focused and staying like on task and amongst
balancing
all these
that
things.
work fun life, like
it's
personal
wild.
life, and then you're blending it with work.
Yeah,
and then you gotta like switch it on and off.
And you're trying to still like improve your life. You're still trying to hit goals. You're still trying to make more money.
Right.
In the midst of being in a like camping festivals, we're camping.
Right.
We sit out there camping.
We
set up a tent for a month.
Damn, dude.
That's
crazy.
And we have power and everything, obviously. Like we're not just out there, but like.
I think one thing that makes you stand out too is like your social skills and your ability to network. I know people who are super, super talented and they could do one thing perfect, but they don't have the confidence to go out there and put themselves out there.
110%. I know.
You need that. It's like a superpower,
And that is one thing that like after high school and after like it took me a while to like really recognize my confidence.
Right.
Because like in high school, like the town we grew up in is it's just like it kind of like
it's unique. Let's just say that
it's unique, but everyone knows I am a big New Mexico hater. Like if you want to say, but like,
dude, what?
all in all, I like right here. I'm gonna say it. It's on the podcast. Yeah. It's official. I'm not a New Mexico hater. For me, it's very personal.
Right.
And it wasn't ever like I hated New Mexico. It's just that I hated me in New Mexico.
Right.
It's just like all my goals.
You weren't able to fully like be yourself.
Yeah,
it was like you were kind of suppressed in a way.
You know, Coach McCartney, Coach Brian.
Yeah.
He, me and him have really like. He was my mentor for a long time in just like business and stuff. And one thing he said to me, he was like, the thing that you got to realize is like, you being in New Mexico, you were a big fish in a small pond.
Right.
He said your social skills only got to a certain reach. There's only 7,500 in Belen. He's like, you knew everybody. He said, so what were you going to do next? And he said that frustration was really beating you down and to the point where you lost your confidence. Because like it's like and
then it makes you think like you're not doing good enough or you're not worth enough.
And like I tell everybody, I tell my girlfriend, everybody, I'm like, yo, I'm my biggest hater. I hate like the things I do. I sit there nitpicking myself, like especially like in music production, even like work. I'm like sitting there like beating myself up. I don't really have a negative attitude, but I'm just sitting there in my own head,
like critiquing.
Yeah, like what can I do more? What can I do better? Especially in this industry, because I love this industry so much that I'm just.
And you work for Insomniac, right? And amongst other production companies.
Insomniac, Crew One, James Thomas Productions, Nomad. Nomad is really personal to me. Nomad is a company I work with in Miami.
Oh, nice.
With audio.
Is that where you live? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm in between Orlando and Miami. I like rent out places
nice.
Or like stay with friends in Miami because I've had such a reach out there and good things happen out there.
That's what's up.
Miami's my love. Miami's home to me, especially like during Miami Music Week. Like it just
I've heard, man, that once you go, some people
a previous podcast you were talking with Laguna.
Oh yeah.
About Miami. And
Laguna loves it.
And he was like, it's Vegas.
Oh,
rich.
Dude. Yeah, when you go there,
that was a good explanation.
And you have money, you'll literally have the best time of your life. And even without money, go chill at the beach. I mean, there's plenty to do. It's the best of both worlds.
It was a very culture shock to me when I moved out there because I came from Belen. Like I moved around a little bit, like Dallas, Detroit, and stuff. But like
there ain't no ditch banks out there.
Whoa, bringing friends out here is so fun to me because like in my head I'm like this shit is like I've done this my whole life. It's so boring. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
But then it's fun bringing friends or like family or like people that I like got to know really well outside of New Mexico because people. I have this image, like, look at me, I'm crazy. Like, I have this image, I'm the city guy, I'm always living in, like, downtown and stuff. Right. And people don't know about my past because I don't really, like, I like to talk about it, but I don't like to, I stay humble.
Yeah, and you don't, like, stay attached to it. You just are who you are in the moment.
Yeah, so I'm going forward at all times. So when, like, people get to know me and, like, visit me out here, they're like, oh, my, you grew up on a farm,
Yeah, dude. Like, I remember going to your house one time and picking you up.
Yeah.
You literally lived, like, on a sick farm.
On a farm. And people see me and they're like, no way, dude. Because people, like, even, like, I've done country festivals.
Yeah.
And I did Tortuga.
Is that a country festival?
Yeah, Tortuga. It's a beach
festival
of Fort Lauderdale. Yeah,
that's crazy. Tortuga. You country fan?
No, not at all.
I was going to say.
Not at all. And it was very, I had to be talked into it. I actually negotiated a good contract out of it.
Hey, at least you could say you did it.
No, exactly. And, like, it was one of those things that I had to do because I was like, you know what, I hate country so much that, like, I'm going to push myself.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, I'm always in my head and I'm like, push myself. It makes me uncomfortable. Let's see how far I can push it.
That's cool, man. That is so crazy that you said that. And I think that's actually, like, pretty useful information because there's a lot of kids who probably are growing up here in New Mexico now that feel, out of place or they feel, misplaced in the world. But, like, don't be afraid to just be who you are. Even in high school, man, like, just, like, what I like about you the most is you were always who you were, You didn't care. You would show up. You would own it. You would have, like, ATG glasses on, and they'd be like, who's this guy, bro?
Yeah, no, I got made fun of a lot. But you were the life of
the party.
Yeah, I got made fun of a lot, but it always turned on everybody that made fun of me because they were like, he owns it.
Yeah, exactly.
He owns it.
It's like 8 Mile, like I remember on 8 Mile, like when he like clowns himself and he's like, yeah, I am this. What? So what? Yeah. And then no one can say nothing because you're like already who you are.
No, it got real quiet. It got real quiet in my life for a while because like people were like, little raver boy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like I was a lifeguard at Belen High School.
You were?
Yeah, with Diego. That's why I know Diego like that. And, Becca, I was on the swim team.
Yo, shout out to Becca.
Diego.
Shout out to Naomi too. I know you guys watch the pod. I'm gonna try and get Rebecca.
Naomi watches it.
Yeah,
Naomi's
I ran into Naomi the other day.
She's a good sister. She's a good sister. She's a good friend of my sister.
Hell yeah.
So like,
what's your sister's name again?
Aubriana.
I think she reached out to me because she was trying to get her kid in wrestling.
Yeah, Joe, Big Joe. Yeah.
So we'll get him out there. We'll get him tough.
Yeah.
And tear it up. Small world. Shout out to all the locals. So we got Darren. You're actually just passing through town, right? You said you're going to, you're making your way to Burning Man?
Yeah, a couple festivals first.
Is that like 2 down? When is Burning Man exactly?
Burning Man is in August. I don't even know my dates. My dates, I think I'm supposed to be out there like the 19th.
And is this your first time going to that festival?
Yeah, no. Burning Man's, it's always been on the back burner in my head. It's always been like a dream of a dream. Because
the wait list is like 3 years, 4 years long.
To like go like instantly to get like a ticket is like I'm not even exaggerating. We were looking it up, me and a friend, and like $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so like the difference between Wooks and Burners, or Wooks with a trust fund.
That's where if you make connections there.
Yeah.
We're talking like Dan Bilzerian money.
Yeah.
Like, hey bro, like, you know, I like what you do. You want to just come live with me in LA for a month? Like that, those are the type of conversations that'll probably happen out there.
Yeah, and that's.
And while you're wearing Mad Max glasses, half naked, yo.
Yeah, no, I have I'm gonna get like a desert outfit.
Hell yeah,
I'm
bro.
already thinking about it because and that's one of my things that people always ask me in the industry. Like, so many people have been in this industry with me, and like people, I'm talking like 15 years, 10 years. Like people have been like really like in this industry, and they come up to me and they're like, "What are you doing, dude? What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Like you're doing something that's making you grow faster than others. And I tell everybody, I'm like, network. I said, we travel so much. Like it's not about work. It's about network.
Right. It's about the relationships you build along the way.
Yeah, and that's how I got with Insomniac. It was a friend.
What makes you stand out? It's like everyone could do what you're doing, but like you're adding a little sauce on the top.
Yeah, you're building your brand with Against the Grain. Like, like I don't know like your views and stuff, but like to me, the brand is so rich.
Right.
Like to me, like it really resonated with me because I was like I'm always interested in like kind of things that like I like, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
But like when your stuff passed by, I was just like, yes, that's
for sure.
Give me more.
Yeah,
like,
it's rich
and it's cool seeing.
And it's raw.
Like, and I'm a big fan of Against the Grain. Like, it's so cool seeing like stories and you talking with like Danny Hanamiya, Diego. There's a Laguna, and then like seeing Brandon.
Brandon's a good kid. He couldn't make it tonight. He got food poisoning, but we love you, Brandon.
Yeah, love you, Brandon, dude. It's cool because I was telling a friend, I was like, yo, Brandon to me is so my cousin's married to his brother.
Okay.
And I've known production.
Monique?
Yeah, Monique.
Yeah.
Monique's my cousin. Very close
Monique.
cousin.
I'm gonna send this link to you.
Monique, no, me and Monique are super.
AJ is my boy, his brother. But.
Yeah, AJ, yeah.
So hey, production, can we get all right.
Yeah, thank you.
We got production. Yo, shout out production.
Fucking skeeted.
We got the boys. So unfortunately, I can't drink. Got some stem cells. For those of you guys that watch the podcast, I was talking about getting stem cells last time.
Which is cool.
I got them. 5 injections in my back. Almost passed out, honestly.
How do you feel? Like, how does your...
I feel like my body is going through changes. I'm having, like, good days and bad days.
When did you get the injections?
I got them exactly... Tomorrow, it would be 2 weeks.
That's so cool. It's cool to know somebody, like, going through...
My goal, bro.
Yeah, dude. Well, our freaking medical system's broken. I've been waiting 5 months just to get an MRI on my spine, dude. So I haven't even got an MRI. So I'm like, well, while I'm waiting 5 months, I might as well just go do something that'll make it helpful, you know?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy, man. They like literally have to stab your back and irritate it, and then they inject it.
Fuck.
And dude, the girl, so she having me sit up, and I'm looking at, she's doing an ultrasound, and she's like, look at the screen. Look, you see that's the needle going in you. And she was like showing me on the screen, and I was like, oh, lightheaded, bro.
Don't show me.
I'm like, oh,
just do
man.
the thing and let me know.
She's like, look, see, I'm going in and out. She's like, oh, look, your muscle caught the needle. I'm just agitating it. I was like, I can handle shots. I get IVs once a month. I get the...
That's cool. You're the first
vitamin
person to
IVs and all that.
Stem cell, like personally now.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. It'll be like a, next podcast, I'm going to be all shredded. Be looking like Joe Rogan. I'm just gonna evolve.
It ain't shit.
I'm gonna evolve to Joe Rogan. That's the goal. I'm just gonna get more jacked, dude.
Against the grain. Everyone's gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna
dude.
change it to against the girth. Just have veins, dude.
Fucking no neck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see, man.
That's
But yeah, thank you for asking about that because you actually did see that episode. That's
yeah,
cool.
no, we were on a long road trip and I hate driving. I am so bugged I'm driving, but you know, there's things that we have to do in our industry that make sure we're okay and have the right equipment, have the right gear, have the right essentials because we're out there.
Dude, you're literally like a traveling band. Like you're living like that. Like you hear about that rock star lifestyle.
No,
like, yo, let's put this production together. Let's go.
Showtime.
You see it all the way through.
It's showbiz, baby, and
It's
that's what I always
showbiz.
tell people is like people get pissed and like have this bad attitude, and like I've really had a good attitude all towards it because I've worked my whole life for this.
Yeah.
I've dreamt about this.
Yeah.
Like I said, if I always
had it worse.
You look happy, bro. Like from the last time I've seen you, you're vibrant.
Yeah, no, I went through very dark times and like
I've seen you through them, dude. I really have, because we would have like little gaps in between when we'd hang out, and but actually every time we'd hang out, we'd have like quality conversations.
Yeah,
like it wasn't just like what's up. Like we'd hang out.
One of the last times we hung out, I want to say it was the last time we hung out was at Red Canyon.
Red Canyon.
When you picked me up
Yes,
from the crib. And,
I did pick you up.
And you hit me up randomly too. You were like, "Yo, dude, going to Red Canyon. Where you at?" And I'm like, yo, I live actually like on the way. And you're like, shit, let's go. And
I know.
Remember when funny story. Remember when everyone was like, yo, dude, you opened the beer can. I was trying to like do a party trick.
Yeah.
There was I was like,
you were like trying to teach everyone
open a
like
bar.
something.
I was like, you can open a bottle from the door.
You're the one who taught me that.
Yeah.
I still show people that all the time, dude. I never knew how I learned that, but I always every time we go camping.
So there's a part of the door
where it latches on.
It's a like a shape like that, and you put the bottle in there and it pops open. And I did it, and I popped the whole beer bottle. The beer bottle came off, and I still drank it, glass and all. I didn't care. And that was one of the last times I really feel like that was the last time.
And then like we stayed like partying at the canyon like pretty much until late night. And then I'll never forget. That's whenever you first showed me Hippie Sabotage. I wanna stay high all the time.
Wow.
That was when that song first came out, and you're like, bro,
Wow.
listen to this remix. You're like, I'm telling you, this group Hippie Sabotage is crazy.
Wow.
And then after that, you showed me Jaws. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jaws,
dude, and that was
Jaws
like
at the time was a whole different thing.
And this was like that genre wasn't even a thing.
This was like
this was before the like.
This was like 9 years ago.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. I'm gonna check the audio. We'll cut it right back in real quick. I just want to make sure this is popping real quick. And we're back. So yeah, I kind of want to talk to you about that whole day, bro.
Dude.
So I reached out to you randomly and was like, "You want to go to Miles' party or something?"
Yeah. And Miles is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to Miles, man.
Shout out to Miles. Like,
very good friend.
There's very few people I see because my grandparents live all the way down there. You've seen where I live, and there's only
like
so
Harales, basically.
Yeah, Harales, and like.
Have you guys heard that before? Harales. That's only in the deep south, right there.
Yeah, it's.
So yeah, man. I guess this was probably just a time where we were just looking to have a good time, you know, wherever it was.
Yeah, it was after high school. It was well after high school. Well after like you were probably like midway through college.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hit me up, and that was a good time because you hit me up, and I didn't know where we were going.
I didn't either. They just gave us mile markers.
Yeah,
Miles was like at mile marker 169, take a left. And you'll lose phone service after that. So
we're like going up this crazy mountain.
Sketchy,
it's a mountain.
He's like, just keep going. You're gonna. And I remember calling him like, dude, I don't know if this is right. And then we just show up, and it was like a little commune. Yeah. Like they already had a little party
bonfire going on, a little fire
some
going
chicks,
on,
some
chicks
hanging
and
out.
stuff. Yeah,
it was a good little vibe actually.
Yeah, and I think that was the last time we hung out. Dude.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was when I still had my little truck, my little Toyota truck.
That was around.
Like 2013 maybe?
Years ago. 8 years, 9 years ago.
Yeah, 9 years ago.
13?
See?
13? Yeah.
9 years ago.
That's something special. A lot of you guys don't realize this, but like people in your life, you have good experiences with them, you're going to remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So like, what's more important than TikTok and all this stupid social media is just hanging out with the homies and calling them and going and doing stuff with them.
That's what's crazy. Is
Yeah.
that, like,
Nobody's with their phones and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big thing, bro. Ain't nobody fucking taking pictures or like saying shit like that. Like, it's just off memory. I felt that. Like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, shout out production.
Production.
Love
Fuck
this guy.
Another shot, dude.
We just hired him on part time for the night. but yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. It's like we didn't have our phones out not once that whole time. Like we didn't even think to post it. It probably could have been like the coolest Instagram story. Like now, like if we would have captured it.
What's crazy is I do all this life and live a great life and do all these festivals, and my social media is still bunk. And I always tell people are like, dude, start a vlog, start this. And I'm like, which is a great idea.
Right.
And it'd be amazing. But in how I am personally, I'm just like, I'm in the moment.
You're too against the grain, dude.
Too against the grain.
You're like,
yeah.
It's too mainstream.
Yeah, it's too mainstream.
Way to put it down to, bro.
Dude, Darren literally is against the grain. Like, he's like the perfect guest. Like, I only choose people that I know are against the grain and that I can like vibe with. Yeah. Like, I'm very selective on who I have on the podcast, believe it or not. And like, I always told myself, and even Brandon, like the first 100 episodes is gonna be like people in my circle and like, you know, people who I grew up with.
Dude, it's not.
Because the people who watch this podcast are those people. You know what I mean? Like, we're not like so big to where we're like reaching out to people. Like, we're building an army right now. You know, why focus and act like you're too good for the people you grew up with? Like, that's what this is all about. Like, people, like when you were saying you're watching those episodes with like Danny Jaramillo and like you want to tune in because you know him. You know what I mean?
No,
so it's like,
and that was exactly it.
Yeah.
Like when I first started, like when I first got into it, I wasn't a pilot guy. I wasn't a pilot fan because I didn't know. I saw you kind of doing it, but I was like, you know, okay, I gotta get into that. I gotta watch it, but like never did. And then like, you know, when I started seeing like homies pop up, I was like, no way, like, oh my god.
And then you want to see how they're doing. Like, how is that homie doing? I haven't seen it, heard
you know,
from
because
years.
like, did you go to the 10-year reunion?
No, dude, I freaking forgot about it.
I didn't even get invited.
Dude,
I'm that against the grain.
Dude,
man.
That's like, when you're so against the grain.
Yeah,
that you disappeared. Bro.
And like when I was in high school, I played football and I was very passionate about it. And after football, it was just a big.
I forgot, man. You really did play football through high school.
Yeah,
man.
that's how I know Danny. It's how I know like the group of we were like the athletes. You know, you were an athlete,
right?
And that was like how I stayed in the circle because I was so outside the circle,
right,
that I didn't really hang out with you guys. And this
was like a sporting event.
Yeah,
but you were still connected enough to where like you consider us. Like
and that was
kind of
really,
how I was too.
Yeah, that was really cool for me because I was so well rounded.
Right.
Like I was.
You could go anywhere and you have a connection.
I went to Infinity. I went to Infinity High School. If you guys don't know
Infinity
what that is.
Beyond.
Was like years.
It was in my time when I went to Infinity. It was one of those schools that.
That's called Infinity because it's out there.
Yeah, it was for troubled, you know. And it's not like I was troubled. It's just that I like you said, I was just really trying to figure myself out.
It's hard, bro. That's the hardest point in someone's life. Is like senior year of high school, and then it's like you have all this good time, you have fun, and then you have like this panic, like quarter life crisis, like what the frick am I gonna do?
Yeah, and
I bet it made a difference being out here.
Yeah,
I don't know. Then again, my difference was way weird. I'm a city boy, bro, like a motherfucker. So that's a big difference. So like I went back to high school just like my senior year.
Yeah,
closed it out. That was a big difference because then still again it's too much city, bro.
Right.
Y'all were outcast and a motherfucker. So it was like fuck, dog. Like, what are you gonna get yourself into? And it was either big or small. Go small.
That's it.
Go home or fucking out or whatever. Fucking do your own shit, bro.
And the key that people like, and it's so simple, is you just gotta start doing something. Just start doing something. Don't think too much. Just start working. And then while you're working, paying your dues, that's when you're looking for other options. But if you're just sitting stagnant and like not doing nothing, you're like, who am I going to be? I don't know who I am. Then you're never going to be nothing.
Yeah. And
like I was literally like a custodian at Sandia. Like did not know where I was going to belong. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my foot in the door. work my ass
You
off.
view yourself more than that.
Yeah,
You're
and that's
just
kind of like
I'm
what
not
you
here, dude.
exactly, and that's kind of like what you did, getting into this business. It's like you got to start at the bottom and
Yeah, I
literally
was
be
DJing at random parties. Like,
Yo, shout out to that party we threw.
Yeah.
Hey, on the real though, was that one of the best parties you've been to in Albuquerque?
One of the best parties. One of the best parties.
People don't realize, man. I have a past
like I said,
life. I was a mini
considering-
promoter. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, considering
promoting.
I was like promoting. I'm like, we got
represent.
DJ Darren. I would tell all the chicks.
No, and it was cool. It was because like usually I did these DJ things and like it was very disorganized. It was very like, and I didn't care because I'm not famous.
Yeah,
And, like,
exactly.
and
It's like
even
you just show up and have a good time.
even if I was famous, like like I am a pretty cool guy. I'm not gonna lie, ego is pretty high.
Hell yeah.
I am a pretty cool guy, and like people messed like they fucked with me, and like I never got like too above myself
Right,
where I was
right.
like, hey, where's my drinks? Where's the chicks?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was never that guy, so I was just kind of rolled with the punches, and like during that party, I was like, okay,
It was a
man,
vibe.
this guy has his things like it's like together.
Yeah.
Like you were saying that you
Organized.
organized it. You paid the guys to use this let's say venue. And it was like I was like, okay, man.
Right.
And that like kind of like it amped me up a little
Heck
bit because
yeah.
I was like, hey man, I could be doing
You're like, I could do this.
Yeah.
And you like, I mean, you were the life of the party. You were the one providing all the music, getting everyone crazy.
Yeah.
Pong tournaments.
One of the
We had a
most
DJ on the top floor. So like,
Damn.
like that was when I realized, like, and I'm lucky that we realized it at a young enough age, like in high school, that you gotta pay to play, kind of. So like, everyone wants to party, but no one wants to like put in the effort. Like we would make relationships with that apartment owner, and we're like, dude, like I just said, we'll pay you $350. We'd all pitch in, like $50, and we'll give you all the alcohol you want, and we'll hook you up with a chick, and then that's how you make it. And then they're like, you know what, let's do it. And then sure enough, it's like all of a sudden you have this sick party and no one's like calling the cops or nothing.
Yeah.
And then you got the Frontier right in the
It's
back.
very cheap out here. Oh, that ain't gonna come from a fucking.
Yeah, well
city
you
boy,
probably
yeah,
can't rent out
shit.
a whole building. Like we had a little.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
and
we
then
had to
we
go that extra hand.
And like I said, like about New Mexico, like I said, I'm a official New Mexico
Right.
hater on Facebook and everything, and it's funny.
Yeah,
I think
who
it's
cares?
funny. I love it because like people, I have a story to tell, and that's always like
Yeah,
my
every
thing,
time.
and
Mhm.
that's my thing is that like I'm not a New Mexico hater. New Mexico is actually what made me.
Right.
This place in Belen.
Well,
I'm gonna
it's,
say it, Belen.
yeah,
Belen
Belen.
built me.
People don't say that enough. People are too scared, bro. Belen is like the new Compton, bro. One of these days, whenever we make it, one of us makes it, everyone's gonna be
Oh,
talking
and
about it.
I'm in the works, dude.
Who knows, you know?
It comes out the same experience, not the same as like you can say like, oh, of course, like what you even said, like
Yeah.
coming out from Compton, shit like that. But it's that experience and shit you go through that makes
Exactly.
that one
Hey.
like fucking straight off dude, bro.
And then-
like you came from not shit, bro.
Right.
Like there ain't shit out here. There's the closest gas station. You gotta drive 15 minutes, bro. Like
Shout out
fuck
All
that.
Subs. We're actually trying to get sponsored by All Subs.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them.
That's
They'll
cool.
be our first
That's cool,
sponsor.
man. And then-
All Subs and what else can we do?
Dude, that's and
Bubble Lounge. I'm just kidding.
And that's why I'm just loving your shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm loving your shit
Thanks, man.
because like
Yo, why-
against
why
the
drink
grain.
too?
Well, we're not acting like we're too big or like we're like bigger than what we are. It's like
And-
we are who we are, and we're just owning it, like you said.
Hey, you get on the drink.
And
too?
hey, yo, production, can we get a couple of?
Oh, what you want, dude? This is your house.
Hey, bro, we're
I'm used
working
to the
up.
bougie lifestyle, dude.
Putting olive in that drink. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's just
Throw grape in there.
But it's like whether you and you admit it, it's giving you the skills that you have now. Whether you know
my work ethic
it comes
in
from
this
that.
industry is insane, and I always like think to myself like, why am I different?
Right,
And it always goes back to I'm from here.
right,
I'm from Belen.
right,
I'm from Albuquerque, whatever you want to call it. Like this place gave me that edge.
right.
That people are like, like I see people like, oh man, I'm tired. This is a 20-hour shift. I'm dying, and I'm
Right.
over here like good attitude, and I'm like because I'm so humble because of where I come from,
Right.
and I was talking recently with somebody, and some really good venues. I don't want to say anything because it's not permanent, but like about really coming back to New Mexico. And it sounds crazy for me, but I want to throw something here. I want to throw a meaningful event,
That would be awesome.
like a rave, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
But like, I want to throw a meaningful event, and that's like what would complete my full circle in my heart.
To give back. That's
To
the
give
final
back.
step in evolving. is when your cup is overflowing, you got to give back to where you
and
water yourself,
and
water your roots.
And I'm getting to that point, and it sounds crazy even coming from me because like my life isn't all rainbows and sunshine. Like
though he's wearing all rainbows and sunshine, his life is rainbows and sunshine.
Hey, show it off real quick. Show your jacket off, dog.
Let's just show the jacket off to the crowd.
No, but that's insane.
If that's not against the grain,
I don't even want to tell you how much.
Too much.
I feel like you got a couple like gypsies hiding in there or something, bro.
No, cheers, thank you.
You got an alien in there or something.
And that's one thing I've been talking about lately is giving back to New Mexico because I've done like other things, and like one thing that always stays on my mind is that like people out here feel like me,
right?
That I did when I was at that age,
right.
And even not at that age, even older, even my age, that people are feeling stuck and just in a rut, and like the biggest thing for me is just to show them that there is hope,
right?
Because people get hopeless, and that was one thing that like when I first moved out of here, it wasn't anything to do with this production industry, but when I first moved out of here, I was like so concerned about all my friends, and like I had to like kind of let go of that for like a little bit to concentrate on myself because you have to be selfish.
You have
in this
to let
world.
some people go sometimes.
Yeah,
and just know
because my friends,
really
I've had a lot of friends. You mentioned it in a recent podcast. I've had a lot of friends not here anymore, and at the time, like I'm always so focused on the future and so focused on my goals that I like don't really let it resonate with me. But every time I come back here, I'm like, I can't text them.
Yeah.
I can't call them.
Right.
And like I have to show that like in my head, like, and this is personal for me, is like I have to like make a name for them.
Right.
They're not here anymore.
Yep.
And this is like drug overdoses, car accidents.
Yeah. Well, we were exposed to a lot, man, and we lost a lot of friends at a very young age just from, different experiences, different lifestyles, different,
I've had like 3 roommates pass away.
Yeah, whether it be drugs or even, I've had friends murdered, just there's things that resonate with you and stick with you, but then they wake you up, they wake your spirit up, and it's like, we're not promised tomorrow.
No.
Not even today. It's like,
we gotta not even especially here, because it's so closed out here. It's so private. Here it's like, bro, the rules are overpassed. Exactly. Like even with that simple DWIs, bro, here is insane.
I got one. I got a DWI when I was 18.
We actually have a friend. I'll tell you later because I don't want to say his name.
Right.
But I just found out today we have a friend that's like on 5 DWIs and he's facing time, and it's like
5 DWs in like 5 different states type of deal, or what?
Something like that. And I didn't get the details because I don't care about the details. It's just I care about my friend.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's like I
it'll catch up to you.
And like I'm not saying what I have planned or like this event like is gonna change.
Right.
But like I want to do something in the community that shows. Not even the event that's going to do it, but that shows that someone from here that could do something for the community wholeheartedly.
For sure, man. And we got enough friends. I got enough friends that I could have some vendors show up and we'll help them promote themselves. Yeah. Just think, bro, if you go into this and you promote it, just think of promoting it for other Darrens that are in high school.
Yeah.
Like, make it, like, imagine yourself and, like, try and inspire your old self, and it'll be the best thing ever.
Here, I'm pretty sure.
You know what I mean? No, it's like...
There's one person out there that's exactly
There's a Darren out there who's looking for, like, a dope little
thing.
It's
not too much suppressed on everything else, because it was different times, bro. Now everything's so closed in. Everybody's so fucking... Oh,
dude,
I'm not going to.
And I'm lucky, like, the way life happened to me, but, like... I see people losing hope.
Yeah.
In such a small town, in such a small and there's a lot of crime here and stuff, and like, it sucks, dude. It sucks, and that's why I became a hater. Is because I was like done with it, dude. I was like.
But now you understand it.
But now that I'm in my zone.
Right.
Now that I'm in my dreams and like my dreams are like happening in front of me. Like I booked Carnage, DJ Papi Gordo. And like off of his managers from Albuquerque, Panda. Do you remember Panda?
Yeah. He's still.
That's his
manager.
In that? That's
no
his
way.
Manager.
Panda's a manager.
His main manager.
That's his main.
Like, he runs his shit. Like he's the one that fucking.
We used to party with that guy.
Yeah. and he reached out.
Shout out Panda.
Yeah, Panda.
Remember that one time I bought you a shot? That one time.
I love you, Josh. No, and me and him like weren't really super close, but he knew, like you said,
enough.
Once you know my personality and how I am. People like resonate with it. And they're like, Darren is always on the move. Right. Like, what is he doing? Like, kind of thing. And like, like I said, like I don't mean to boost.
You're like a living unicorn, bro. It's like rare when you see it. It's like you gotta capture it, you know.
No, it's
like we got the unicorn here for this brief moment.
Dude, I
don't know who's more excited, but I'm like so excited to be here because like I finally have the platform and like you said, like it's not,
shots about to fall off the thing.
Like maybe like you said, you're not so big right now.
Yeah,
and stuff,
but
like,
this is the best part of it. Like
the growth.
the growth, the underground part of it.
The underground.
Like I like that we're like not huge and
we'll do another podcast.
And
in the future.
Of course, maybe we'll do one like
on
the
the
road.
other side.
We should do one on the road backstage. We'll get Panda.
Hey,
Carnage.
dude. Actually,
we're gonna invite you.
Actually, dude, if you ever show up to a festival, like
dude.
especially with Insomniac,
we can record the.
I'll get you a +1.
That would be awesome. Man.
And like the connections I'm making, and like I said, I'm surprising myself. It's not even ego. I'm surprising myself because I like I said, I'm from here, and like sometimes in like my life, I feel like I don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's really
it's called imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
You're
exactly.
like I don't like you feel like
you're not wrong about it.
Well,
at that point, like you think you're less of it, but it's not, bro.
Yeah.
You're
like I said, I came from
yourself.
nothing.
It's good though. People say that's not a good
nothing.
thing that you're doubting yourself, but no, it's good because it means you're self-aware.
Yeah.
You know, like you realize you could lose it all,
and I think
you're like,
I think about these friends that have passed that have done like these like trials and tribulations, like they've gotten me gigs at like DJ things, and like they're not here anymore, and it's like one of those things that I'm like sometimes they're like when I'm not feeling it,
right,
I feel it for them and stuff like that. It sounds like super whack and like whatever, but like that's just how I feel, and it's just like it's super cool just to be doing these things I'm doing, and like I'm gonna make a name for them.
Yeah.
Like screw me.
Yeah, don't make it
I'm living
yourself.
the life. I'm living the dream.
Dude,
I'm doing
the key
these
to
things.
happiness, and I've said it on the podcast, is enabling others. When you're helping other people grow, that's when you get the most satisfaction.
Yeah, and
that's a full come around.
Yeah,
it's
and like if any of you guys,
and we talk about that shit so much because so much shit that we do, bro, is like at the end of the day, it's like full circle on shit because it's either that we came off of like people who didn't want us in certain spots,
right,
and they just hated because of where they were at, but even at that point, they just hate because like, oh, he's younger than me,
right?
He's where I wanted to be, but
you gotta separate yourself from those people.
Of course, and we do. But at the end of the day, is they're only mad because they didn't do it
exactly
at their time. But that's not our fault, bro. Like that, fuck you, dude, for that.
Yeah. Yo.
And our biggest fuck you is us doing it for free.
That's true.
Not for free specifically. We get paid for it, but the point is that we know how to socialize.
Dude, like,
it's
funny. It's funny because like me, him, and like some others that are around us, like even catering, dude. Like we have catering.
Yeah.
Like I get to know them. I get to know them. I'll sit there and be like, hey, what's up? And I get gigs out of it. It's crazy. Dude. And like I tell people are like, how do you do it? And I'm like,
your
hair.
Hey, so do you have a name? Like, do you have like an alias name that you'll go by?
Group chat wise, Mexican.
I'm just saying, like, if they said tomorrow, like, hey man,
shut up.
I'm just saying, like, if Diplo put you on tomorrow and said, hey man, I'm gonna put you on this poster, what do you want it to be?
I've like really solidified myself with E-Caps and Vanilla, the alien in space backwards.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
alien?
that's what his name
what is it? Alien in space
you know
backwards?
what you tagged me in the podcast?
Yes. I was reading that and I'm like...
Yeah, people are like, it's funny because people are like, are you Spanish?
It's not
Spanish.
That's what it says.
E-Caps Vanilla?
E-Caps Vanilla. It's alien in space backwards. And like, I've always shortened it to like E-Caps or like whatever. And I don't really have an alias, but like, that's what it's been. And like people like grabbed onto it really quickly.
That
and,
is
like,
cool.
I kind of just sent it.
I was so confused when you first said the shit.
It would be cool because like let's say you do like a poster on your set, you'll have your name and it'll flip in reverse and it'll say
and
like during his set.
I made at that point anything like fucking visually wise in his poster, it would be like
what is it? Alien in what?
Alien in space.
Alien
backwards.
in space.
And it was funny because I was
dude, that's like what we are, dude.
Yeah, no.
We're out there. We're out there.
Is that Insomniac with the eye, dude?
Yeah, dude. That's actually Illuminati. Hey, shout out to Illuminati.
We're trying Insomniac is. Insomniac
is we're trying to put subtle eyes so
Pasquale Rotello
can reach out. Just kidding.
I love you, dude.
That way, if one of the Illuminati members sees it, they're like, "Oh, maybe he's a member. We'll hook him up." Just kidding.
Oh, we're here for it.
No, I love the flag that is for
my little brother. He designed so the other flag that we have up, Danny Jaramillo designed that. Luke designed this. My little brother, he's a graphic artist in Hollywood. He makes big old.
Dude, we gotta do a podcast with like like Diego,
like a group.
Danny.
Yeah. We love those. I love those.
I would love to do a round table.
Oh, dude, it'd be the best.
I would love to do a round table.
Next time,
if you do a round table
on your way back from Burning Man,
I will fly out here.
Let's do it, dude.
You say round table?
Who would you want? Who do you want? Danny? We'll get, like the crew that we've seen on we'll get the circle.
Dude, honestly, we'll get the first 45 would
we should just throw a big old ATG party.
Yeah, like a live
cast. Just podcast the party and just
like,
look back to the camera every once in a while.
POV.
Alright, so yeah, this was it.
I would love to do like what we do at festivals is we do like almost like individual like 15-minute snap interviews,
right,
and like something like that, like we'd be having at a party and then like do a 15-minute
we got Darren here,
like we're all partying and you have the view and then like
we'll clip you out.
And we'll just
like super
hey
easy
Darren's here, like grab me, like hey Darren, come over here, and I'm like come in with a drink. And I'm like, hey, and like, hey, this is like, yo.
And then he comes in like 2 hours later, all freaking crawling on the. No.
Well, you never know. Even at that point, we can get so many artists into it. Like, the way we socialize and the way we go on about shit is so easy.
Well, like I said, I've become very humble in like the things I've been doing now, but like I have the connections where it's like I like Miami Music Week really like brightened my eyes about it. Like I was like almost in tears about it because like I know Carnage's manager Panda, it's like a friend, and like I'm booking Carnage and I'm making like commission, and it like really just like all like super dawned on me like in the middle of the setting up. I'm like setting up his speakers, I'm doing the audio sound check, and I'm just like what did I do?
Well, dude, what you're doing right now, whether you realize it or not, is you're planting seeds that are gonna bloom. We don't know when they're gonna bloom, but they're planted, and they're all planted with good intentions. So everything you're doing, like you said, we've said this multiple times, it's going to come full circle, you know?
And now more than ever, I believe that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't believe that at one time.
Right.
And that was the hardest thing in my life was I gave up. Like, there was times that I gave up. And, like, that's something that all you guys that are watching.
Too. You had pressure at a young age.
I have a daughter. I have a daughter that's almost 9.
Right.
And I don't live by her. And, like, a lot of people might have negative connotation towards that. But I have a goal. And this goal, the long-term goal for it is that I want to make sure my daughter has a very good life.
Right.
The life I didn't have. And, like, I love my family. And they did the very best for me. But in my vision, and, like, I've always had a vision, is that my daughter needs to do better than me.
Yeah. And you gotta, and the best way to do that is lead by example.
Yeah, and lead by example. And, like, it's so cool because my daughter is around 9 and she's starting to, like, pick up these little tidbits. And, like, I named her. If you guys didn't know, I named her after EDC. Electric Daisy Carnival. Her name is Daisy.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't catch up on that.
Yo, if that ain't ATG.
I named her Daisy, dude.
Yo.
I named her Daisy. And, like, people are like, this guy named her after a festival.
So if you have a son, are you going to name him Electric?
Actually, I wanted her name to be
Electric. That would have been fucking hilarious.
I wanted her name to be Electra Daisy Carnival. I wanted her name to be Electra Daisy McCartney. And of course, that sounds like a
and then your third child's gonna be named Carnival.
No, if I ever have a son, it's gonna be either
Carnival.
If I ever have a son, it's gonna be Zed or Armin.
Yo,
fucking great digger.
Who's your favorite EDM artist currently at this moment? Like who's someone?
I haven't even asked you this one, dog.
Porter Robinson.
Robinson. Of course. Dude, we see him every time. Like for the past 4 festivals we have ever worked, he's the only one that we and him go into Porter so hard because he's one of my favorite DJs I've ever like experienced.
I've seen him.
He
once.
grew up.
I've seen him 4 times this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
he does like a cinematic experience. Like his sets are.
There's a story you hear behind it, which is not a story. It's just a hearing thing. So it's like, oh my god, this dude's telling a story. But
like takes you on an experience.
Takes you on an experience.
It's not saying.
It's not like, hey, I'm gonna play all the bangers one after one. It's like, no, I'm gonna take you on this
cruise, fucking whatever, a
psychedelic roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that like a lot of people like. Fucking Jesus. A lot of people that like chill with us and stuff in production, they're like always like when we go to Porter, they're like, "No, I'm good, dude."
It's because they don't fucking know, dude, and it doesn't piss me off.
They don't appreciate the art.
Well, it's just that like for me and like for Mr. Production over there, we we just see just passed a lot because he's been doing this for 6 years. I've been doing it for like around 3 years. I started, my first gig was the NFL draft in Nashville. Nice. And that was like a very crazy experience because I'm a huge, like, you know, I'm an athlete.
Right.
And like a lot of people in this industry aren't athletes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, I was like, NFL draft, like Charles Woodson's like announcing the Raiders, and I'm like out of my mind, dude. I'm backstage with Charles Woodson, and I'm like, no way, like this is happening to me. And like at that time, I was still going to school, so I didn't do it as hardcore, but like I was still just like, I don't know if I deserve this. Yeah. Like I was starting to like all my goals and dreams kind of like screw that, went out the window, and I came back down to home, and I was just like, do I deserve this? Yeah. Like. I've done so much crappy things, and like I don't know, I've kind of been a dick, and like, do I deserve these things? And it was like you said, imposter syndrome. And I was just very like,
I think as long as you have gratitude in those moments,
and like that,
or you have a goal,
well, you're just thankful. Like people don't like stop and realize. Just be thankful. Look around you, look at your house, think about the people in your life. Like there's people in this world who don't have any of that. Like there's someone walking on the street right now with no family, no friends. No shirt on their back.
But then again,
that could be you. It really could be you. It's like luck of the draw. And yeah, we don't know why certain people are put like in certain places in life. But I think it's important for the people who do have things in life to appreciate where they're at, you know?
Of course.
Be thankful, because some people are spoiled rotten and they're pieces of trash and they have everything in the world, but they're not thankful and they're empty, you know what I mean?
Right. In this simple company, there's a lot of people who never have shit. Like, I would take me as a example, even with him coming out of, like, where he's from, like, what he showed me in the past couple days. But, like, with me, like, bro, like, just simple shit. Like, I was kicked out when I was 9, so, like, I appreciated so much on shit, and, like, a lot of people don't see that, and like they're like, oh, well, you had it all. No, motherfucker, like I busted my ass for this shit. Simple shit like him. It's just we went into this company in a different age. And I was just simply younger. He knew his fucking what he wanted to do. So like automatically he would go through it, and it's like, I know what I want to do. I'm not one of these like, oh, I make my money, I'm comfortable with making whatever the fuck is less under $20, but in this company, not at all. That shit will take you nowhere, bro.
It came down to like I'm at the point of life, and I'm at the age, whatever you want to call it, but I'm at the point. Give me a vape. Production vape.
Hey, production, can we get that?
Vape.
Oh, I got another squirt right here.
But it came to that point where I was just like. I am older than some of these people in this industry, but like I was so direct, and I knew what I wanted at the time already. So like there's a lot of young people that are in this industry that just kind of want to party. They're just like they're in this vibe where they're like, I want to party. I'm just here for the ticket, and like I'm so direct. I'm like, I'm here for a legacy. Right. I'm here to make moves. I'm here to like really, really make myself to the point where like I could actually help people. And so like a lot of people that have been in this industry have been a lot longer than me, but I've moved faster than them, and like I've surprised myself, because when I first got in this industry, I remember there's this my buddy Rob, if you're watching this, I love you. I remember this buddy Rob, he like straight talked to me, and he's like, you went to college? And a lot of these people that haven't went to college, like you went to college for production, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, and he was like, what are you doing with us, like in this company as a stagehand? And
but they're not playing chess like you.
Yeah, and I was like, I started from the bottom of this industry because I wanted to, and like I've got to the point where it's not about money, and of course we all need money. I'm not just a jackass. I need money, but like I was like, that's not the focal point. I want to come from the bottom up, because I have respect from everyone from the bottom up. I don't want to start here
and look down on everyone.
Yeah, because I do have a college degree, and I could go up to these places, and I do make my way. But like at first, I was like, I'm gonna start from the bottom. We're a stagehand. Where I'm sleeping in a tent, where I don't have air conditioning. Where like I was like, I want to make myself so humble when I'm on the top that it's gonna be ridiculous. Where I have respect from down here to up here.
That's good, man. That's a good way to see it.
And I was like,
you're not trying to take any shortcuts.
No. And that's one of the biggest things that, like...
You got to tell these kids that, you know, life ain't all about shortcuts. Sometimes you got to walk just through the path, straight narrow path.
And if anybody, like, if you're watching this podcast, if anybody wants to get into this industry, talk to me. I can help you.
What's your Instagram handle one more time?
ECAPSNILA, ECAPS_NI_NEILA.
We'll tag him. We'll drop his name on the description.
And thank you for that.
But, man. Like, yeah. So what do you think, man? Are you going to keep pursuing, like, music? Do you think, are you going to have that always kind of in your back pocket and just see where it takes you?
Yes, dude.
With music, with production? Oh, yeah.
Other than aside production,
like, that's
bro,
like,
you yourself, you're such a good, like, up moving, like, such a DJ. Other than that, it's the simplest way to explain it, but dude, the attitude,
so
everything,
it's like your secret
you're
weapon,
more
kind of,
above
right?
than everything, bro.
Well, what's funny is, like, I'm so good in this industry with production, is like, I'm even a better DJ. I'm even a better DJ, and like...
That's like your secret weapon.
That's my secret weapon,
right.
And that's like my main goal is I'm going to make these connections, but I want the respect of production.
Right.
So when I come on as a DJ, I'm not just that guy that's like, move this for me, do this for me.
He's been
kind of just come in.
Well, even then, that means that you can make your own production for yourself one day.
And I have the guys.
I know how to do this.
And I have the guys.
Right.
I have the guys that I know that I've worked with for years. That I have blood, sweat, and tears with me.
Right.
That I could be like, hey, you want
like an army? You got building like an army.
My shit? You want to do this? Because I'll pay you whatever you want. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Nice.
And music is I'm very passionate about it. And like people that know me very well or visit me in Florida, they see me. They see me. Like I get a little messed up. And, I got a drink and stuff. And like I'll sit there and like I'll like just make music. And like music for me is a love. It's not a job.
Right.
So like when it comes to money and stuff, I want to do it with production, and I want to make a name for myself to where I have this money to do it for love.
Right.
And during COVID, Jesus,
that was probably hard times.
It was very hard times because there was no festivals.
3 years ago,
there was no festivals.
Start of COVID.
There was no festivals.
And now everything's back in gear.
Yeah, and the first festival for me after COVID was Bonnaroo.
Oh yeah.
2020.
It's in Chi?
Is
that in Chicago?
That's in
it's called Manchester, Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Wow.
Yeah.
It's in Tennessee, and actually the craziest story is I follow this DJ, Miha.
Oh yeah.
Her name's Miha. Like
you
Miha.
showed me her too a long time ago. I remember. He's like, yo, check out this rad chick. She's
and
she's
rad as fuck.
I won tickets.
She's against the grain.
Yeah, I won tickets from her.
Way puzzled.
She's from Arizona, which is kind of cool. But I won tickets from her. I followed her for years.
I remember that was like your number one for a while.
Yeah, and like almost I'm almost at like a personal like thing with her. And
let's go.
And
Greased.
Yeah, she's in a group So Tough So Cute now with Gigi
bro.
Marie, and like it's cool, man.
That's
it's just
nice.
Like I said, I'm just always so humble, and I almost don't want to tell people because I'm like, I don't want you to know until you know.
Right. You just gotta live it.
And I just gotta live it. And like right now, I'm like in selfish mode almost. Like I'm just like, let me do me.
Right.
Let me live me because I've always been
you're building your personal brand.
Yeah. And
dude,
like you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's like you're not really forcefully pushing it, but like and
it's cool. It's cool to see you in this thing, man, because like you've always had your own personal brand. Like even in high school, like I said, like I was
with so much shit. I can see it too, bro. The way you like, simply talk about yourself or like simply pick up about certain shit.
Right.
But even at that point, it's not like you're here trying to claim certain shit. It's just as simple as like, oh, bro, like congrats.
Yeah, bro.
It goes so far than just sitting here and like listen to people like, all right, whatever, and like try to just pick up yourself.
To be like super honest, I didn't know if you were gonna ask me to be on this podcast.
Really?
To be really honest,
I told you I would.
I didn't know because like I said, I beat myself down so much that I'm like, I'm not there yet. But I'm gonna get there.
Dude, and this podcast is like a time capsule that's gonna like exist
No,
forever.
he even said it the other day.
That's what I told production over
I'm like, this is gonna be one of your first interviews ever.
Andy.
TMZ's gonna pick up this clip in about 15
minutes.
What you mean.
And we're watching the previous podcast with Diego. Love you, Diego. That's so awesome that you were on this because, like, I can't believe I didn't visit you in Vegas. For a month. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, bro. We love you.
I'm so sorry. Next year I will be in Vegas and I will be out there for a month and I will totally spend a lot of time with you.
Diego will show you all.
I forgot. I was just so out there in my mind because I was so beside myself because I was at the festival that started it.
Right.
EDC.
Well, dude, you're busy, man. It was
I mean, I'm busy and like I love to party. I love mingling and I love doing it, and that's why like people are like, "Why do you have such a good attitude?" And I'm like, "Because I love it."
Yeah.
I love it.
Even you make the most of any situation.
Even the shit, like they'll be like, "You gotta work a 20-hour day. The weather's like this," and like it's like it's all bad, and I'm like there, and I'm like, and that's why people love me in the industry is that I'm like. Fuck yeah! Let's do it! I've been dreaming about this since I was little.
Let's go!
We're
here to take over, bro.
And just to hear it from like people really close to me, like my mom. My mom has been very like
supportive.
She's been supportive, but at the same time, like when
she's still gonna be a mom.
When I got successful in this, she was almost like it was kind of like a backhanded compliment, but in my mind, I was like very happy about it. Mm-hmm. She was like, "You did it. You did it.
Yeah.
You fucking did it." Because I started this whole thing in Warped Tour.
I remember you working that. I remember you going to those a lot.
06, like with David Quill.
Yo, shout out David
Quill. If you're watching this.
David Quill was like the #1 Warped Tour promoter for a while.
And I took him to his first one.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, Warped Tour.
Yeah.
Always had the shirt.
He's always been in this industry, like going to concerts and stuff.
Yeah. I forgot.
And me and
David Quill,
that's how we
connected.
connected.
My closest friends.
That's how we connected.
That's awesome. I'm glad you brought that name up because I'm going to actually reach out to him.
No, I would love to see a David Quill episode. And
yeah, because me and
him have had like little bitter arguments about like New Mexico, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck? Why do you hate on New Mexico?" And I'm like, and me, I'm just Darren, so I'm just like, fuck the world, you know? Like, I don't care. I'll do whatever I want to do, and like, David Quill's a good enough friend that like he understands that, but in the way he's like, "All right, dude.
Yeah, he's
all right, bro," and like, and I love him, dude, because like we go so far back, and like. I remember asking him to his first Warped Tour, and he, like, honestly, like, straight up thanked me. He was just like, "You got me into alternative music."
Nice.
Like, I was always a metalhead.
Other than except fucking whatever.
Yeah, you know David. He's, like, always been, like, Metallica.
Right.
Old
super
school,
hard.
His dad, and, like, he's been super, like, and, like, that's why, like, I honestly, like, connected with him and, like, almost, like, looked up to him because, like, I was, like, kind of, like, going my own way, but I was just, like, dude, you know shit, man. And like,
he was kind of like one of us. He was a little bit of an outsider too.
Yeah,
like, he did his sports. He was a good wrestler, football player, but he was like
great
still,
athlete,
like you said, and had that alternative life. He was going to concerts,
and that's why I connected with like one of my best friends. I'm gonna bring up another name, and I don't care if he even cares. Is Patrick DeFoya, dude. That's that's my brother, dude.
Dude, Patrick, I forgot about Patrick.
Dude, don't ever
What's his name? Escobar?
Pablo Frescobar.
We got Pablo Frescobar.
Escobar. No, but like that's my brother, dude, and like we like kind of like split ways a little bit in high school because like in high school I was
a good man.
I was finding my way, dude. And
Patrick is a good man.
Patrick, that dude really gave me a lot of confidence in my life.
That's awesome.
Because we met, it's funny because to give you a really background story, when we met, when you did that whole, you and Anarchy, dude, fucking, I was like, cool. I met Pat almost the next class.
No way.
Like, almost like in the same
week.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, no, and Pat almost said the same thing. He was like, Anarchy, dude. Like, my binder got me gigs.
Yeah, dude, your binder. Shout out.
Shout out
Anarchy.
Circle AX.
Yeah, and Pat was one of those guys. You know, Pat. He's just like me, dude. He's very like he's vocal. Cool. He and even though he uses his talents for others, he was very vocal, and I was just like I connected instantly, like you. Like I was just like, you're about it.
Yeah. Some people just have a gravitational pull. It's crazy.
And like when I met you, I was just like instantly like, dude, this dude's about it. And then like I honestly like kind of told my mom like, oh, like, hey, I know this dude Josh Grado, and she's like, yo, his dad's a legend. Dad's a legend.
He's like a local. My
dad. His dad is a legend, dude. Like
he's like one of those guys who can
I
walk
wrestled.
in anywhere.
I wrestled for a very little time because my uncle was coach, and like I didn't really find my heart in that sport, but like I had the respect because I wrestled with Daniel Taylor, Tyler
all
East,
those monsters,
people that were like in my head were like moguls.
Oh
like,
yeah,
and
they would just shit on you too.
Yeah,
I think that's why we're so
Chris
tough.
Alicio.
Oh, shout out Chris. That's my cousin. I still keep in touch with him.
Justin.
He watches the podcast.
Dude, Chris, I keep up with him a little bit.
Yeah,
he's doing awesome.
He's still involved in the wrestling and all that.
Yeah, no, and like,
yeah, but that whole group, that was a tough group. I pay attention,
dude. Even though
that was a tough group though that we grew up.
No, we grew up like in wrestling. We grew up with a very tough.
We got stomped on.
We do. Dude. I had to my weight class. I wrestled Sugimoto.
Yo,
I wrestled Sugimoto and Tyler East.
Jesus.
In my weight class.
Tyler East.
From what
we're talking like professional MMA.
Like,
no, and
future MMA.
Huge as motherfuckers.
No. We're talking about people that have like that.
We're really into the whole fucking
Tyler
His
East,
brother was in the UFC.
Tyler
East, made it.
Tyler East was a legend.
And rest in peace, Tyler. We love you.
Rest in peace. I don't care what anybody has to say.
On him.
I don't care what anybody has to say, but Tyler East was a very inspiration in my life.
Yeah.
Because of he was bigger than life.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very competitive person, and when I see somebody that like really took it to the max,
right?
I was so impressed and so like like.
And if you really knew Tyler East, he was actually like a sensitive person. Like even though he was like a big old monster who could literally squash you, he was kind of like a soft, like gentle giant. Like if
he would give you pointers, he'd
like help you out.
He would be like, "Hey man, you need to stop doing that fireman's carry."
And then fucking
you're a big guy, bro.
Hey, you ever consider basketball? He's all.
No, and I loved it. Like and growing up in Belen or Albuquerque, like. You really had to have thick skin.
Yeah, you had to, man.
You had to have
especially if you're in sports too, man.
Especially in sports because everybody was on your shit.
They would literally stomp
we went to
you out.
state, like Danny, love you. I know you know, and I know you're part of the podcast. Anybody else that played at the time,
yeah.
We all loved each other, and I was a little bit of the wild one, but we all loved each other, and we really like you saw us in the time like we went to state.
Yeah.
We went to semifinals. We didn't complete the thing, but like we all loved each other and like Dante.
Yeah,
Carlos.
dude, we're a wolf pack, dude. Believe it or not. I mean, we're like a little tribe.
Yeah, and that was cool.
We're a little tribe. We still see.
And I remember I went to my last football banquet and I saw all the crew, and I was just like, I'll never see you again.
Hey, make sure you invite this guy to the next family or what is it? High school reunion. And we're gonna go. We're gonna invite me too. I think I got invited, but I didn't read the message.
I didn't get invited.
I just remember. Do you remember Curtis Davis?
Yeah.
He messaged me on Facebook randomly.
Yeah, he's like 100 guys now.
Yeah, he's like, are you gonna go to the? What is it called? Where you put
the only one I saw was Tessa and Justine.
What?
Like at the reunion.
Oh,
that was the only people that I like visually.
I missed those two. Shout out to Tessa and Justine.
Yeah.
We'll have how about we have like a 15-year reunion? Or what are we at? 10-year reunion?
People
no, and like
can we have a 12-year reunion?
A lot of people only know me now through social media, and like I don't say enough, or I don't.
You don't have to, bro.
And I don't have to.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I'm just like, in my head, like through this podcast, is like I do care about everyone.
Yeah.
I do care about everyone.
So this is you popping into the world and saying hello.
This is me popping.
This is you like saying, "Hey, what up?" Homie?
Yeah, and like
I
said, I'm so focused.
That's why I said we caught a unicorn.
Yeah,
we caught him.
Yeah, this is
we caught him in this rare moment in life, and we actually got to keep him here for an hour. So let's give it up to the universe.
Other than that, it's really hard, bro. I'm from Houston, and we stopped at my house for like a day and a half, and like there's some people that were like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And other than that, it was like, bro, I'm just literally popping off. When we stopped at my house, I was there for what? We were there for a day and a half, and last time I was there home was 5-6 months ago.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to catch up with people.
It's the lifestyle, bro. You guys signed up for it. It's just what it is.
Yeah, and me myself, like being with people there, it's like it's still a big city.
Right.
So like him being here, I bet it's even harder.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I saw 2-3 friends. And it was on some shit that I was like,
when you come here, this guy's gonna go into any Walmart and probably run into like 5 people, bro.
No, he's already seen
this guy.
it.
I guarantee you, if you go to a brewery tonight, you're gonna run into someone. Probably run into like Tess.
I'm going to.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, see, it's getting more culture.
I'm going to. I'm actually going to a party after this.
Cool.
And
just back on with your friends.
And shout out to Belen. They make me feel very special.
Are you guys gonna go back down south?
Yeah. Shout out to everybody here because
tell everyone to tune into the podcast, bro.
Oh,
if you go to the party,
they already know. They already know.
Just be like, we're gonna.
Because I told them, I was like, I'm not gonna be there until I'm done.
Hey, since I posted the fucking video of me being here, like 10 people hit me up like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, we're popping
on a podcast. Like
we were forward in the river. I'm already doing the Belen thing.
All I do is be like, oh, just wait for the link.
Yeah.
And they're all excited, bro. Like it's this thing, like, bro, we move around too much.
Production.
I do. Oh shit. No. There's so many people to fucking do all this extra shit.
Clean that up.
Hey, so we're kind of gearing towards the end. Do you have any last words to say to the audience, bro? I know, you said a lot of good things about, inspiring a lot of the younger crowd and stuff. But maybe if you want to drop like your Instagram handle. If you guys are gonna be at Burning Man, look out for this guy.
Oh, bro, we're gonna be.
If you see him, hey, how about this? I challenge anyone watching this podcast. If you're going to festivals, if you can spot this guy, take a picture of him in the crowd. We'll give you 2 free shirts. How about that? So this is like the,
and we'll even help you out with that. Regardless.
We'll help you out. So if you guys can spot
I'll put money into that.
If you guys can spot this unicorn in the crowd, take a picture of him. I guarantee you he's at any big festival you go to.
And I'll even make it even better as if you could reach out to me, I'll help you.
Yes. Sign up for his 5-step program.
I'll give you all the Wi-Fi's to the festival.
Yes.
I'll give you production.
Artist relations. Passwords. Exclusive shit.
I will give you everything. I'm not going to, like I said, I stay humble, but...
and he'll even take the robe off for you. No, I'm just kidding.
But no,
get used to it.
I guess anything I want to say is just keep pushing.
Yeah.
Keep pushing is the biggest thing I can say. I've actually kind of a little bit thought about this watching your podcast. I know you ended with anything you want to say, kind of handle thing. My handle is ecaps Nineila, ECAPS_NI_NEILA. He'll put it on there, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
If anything, if you guys want work, if you guys want to push yourselves, I can't promise you the grand lifestyle I live, but I can promise you definitely a way in that you could provide yourself something.
Yourself, everybody gets their own way into what we do. If you know how to socialize, you got to know how to talk, and it's everywhere else. You don't want to get stuck in a place where, everything's certain given to you, bro. Fuck that.
And even if you just want a friend, reach out to the homie.
Even if you're
you don't know what's gonna happen.
I work a lot of festivals.
Big festivals.
The big main ones is EDC Vegas,
E-Forest,
Okeechobee, Electric Forest. Various ones that reach out to me. Like I'm really trying to help everybody. And I'm gonna throw on my ATG glasses because Josh just did. I feel like I'm compelled.
We're gonna go out into the universe after this. We're gonna levitate.
No, and I'm just glad to be here, and I'm glad to actually tell a little bit of my story.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about.
And just be humble, man, and just like I said, I'm a certified New Mexico hater. I've actually solidified myself as that.
It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm not a hater. I love New Mexico. I just don't love me in New Mexico. And
I love you in New Mexico. How about that? I love
and it's crazy because I talk so much shit. I'm always back.
Hey, it's all good, man. You are who you are, and we love you no matter what.
And
we're glad to have you on the podcast, episode 46.
Episode 46.
It's been a wild ride. These guys topped off a bottle of Proper 12. I don't know if you guys are paying attention.
We drank a whole bottle.
These guys literally just finished the whole bottle. Our production got a little, off the rails. But that's what
too much off the rails. We are. Oh shit! Damn!
So we got
hey, there's nothing in
between here. Our production. You better get your shit
production.
together.
Here, Andy. And you know what's up? Anything other than that, y'all know my homeboy here.
Follow his OnlyFans. He's got OnlyFans.
Hey, I have.
If you want to see his nipples,
I just hope so. You're my only fan.
Yeah, he just wants. He only wants a fan.
No, but let's. I want to finish. I want to finish off with.
All right.
We're a wild crowd. I'm a wild crowd. I have a lot of controversy going around in my life. Not anymore, really, but like, keep hope. Reach out to me if you ever want to have comments or questions or anything that you want to talk to me about. I could definitely help you. And Josh right here.
Hell yeah.
Josh.
Love you, bro.
It's
been a good time.
And Josh is one person that has been in my corner even before he knew I was...
yes, sir.
Even anything.
Yeah.
I was a local DJ that was DJing on some new marks. Gross.
I saw this guy's potential. Why else do you think you were the one I got on those gigs?
And there's some people that saw my potential, and it's really fucking awesome.
Yep.
I'm glad for everybody's support that does support me, and I'm fighting for
better things on here.
Better things, and to really like bring something back to the community with my connections. It might be far out. It might be 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years.
You never know.
Regardless what it is, we'll be sure and sponsor you, bro.
It might be some... Oh, Against the Grain is going to be the... Oh, you have no idea.
That's the grain.
We're going to have...
That's the bottom left of it.
I've been in talks.
We're in it, bro.
I've been in talks. I've been in some... a little bit of finagling.
Yeah.
And I'm really focused on it, and I'm just trying to get my life right.
Let's go.
And I'm trying to get my things right because you guys get the best of me and the best of what I could bring.
Let's go. I love it. I love it, Darren.
Against the Grain!
Hey, this is what we're about. It's all about bringing people together. Amazing people. Episode 46. Guys, stay tuned. We got a lot coming this week.
I love
Let's go, baby. Woo!